Well, I hope you're ready for some unindoctrination, and we're undergoing some little bit of silliness. I don't want to go like everybody else. So I'm being attacked. There's a lot going on in the internet these days, and the green screen was all crazy. So we're just going to have to forego that. And I know some of you don't like the glasses, and I know you can see the reflection in the glasses, but I've been doing so much work that my eyes are strained, and I've got to wear the glasses. And if you can't handle that, well, then turn off the picture or go watch somebody else. I don't want to be nasty, but I don't want to sit here and look at 18 statements about what do I see or reflection, and I don't care. I've been working hard, and I'm a little bit on edge, and that's all right, because I'm just sick and tired of the crap that's being perpetrated on us. And if you're not on edge a little bit, there's probably something wrong with you. So I'm going to try to serenity now. Take a drink of nice hot tea. I see Marsden, so I'll just relax. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, these are computer glasses. They, protect you from the rays from the glasses. So I have to wear them. I've been doing so much study that it just bugs me. So anyone that isn't okay with it, sorry. But folks, we're living in a momentous time period, and most of the time I'm really excited because I know what's going on. I know it's great. Oh, but I want to show you this first. I don't know if you can tell. That's from My Conspiracy Tees. It's the guys in the moon landing faked in front of a screen. So it's a great conversation starter. You wear this out, and there are people like, does that say that they faked the moon landing? And boy, what a great way to talk. So My Conspiracy Tees, our newest sponsor. And I can't wait for you guys to start getting a hold of some of these shirts. You can wear the shirts that I wear, and it shows you right there how to do it. And the easiest way is just to go to my site and click on any plastic Jesus you happen to see, and he'll take you right out to Conspiracy Tee. So anyway, My Conspiracy Tees. And most of the time I'm good remembering that the reason this is happening is because we're winning. The reason why all of this craziness, this foolishness is being perpetrated is because we are winning. We are winning. And they are so desperate that they're doing crazy, stupid things. And we're going to be talking about those crazy, stupid things this week. And we're going to be talking to Tori Says on Thursday. And I can't wait to get her take on a lot of this stuff. She's been an insider. She's been an outsider. She knows about what's going on. She still has connections. And I'm looking very forward to Thursday, 2 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be talking with Tori Says of the Red State Radio Tori Says Show, Breitbart News, many other great outlets. And she's not being paid by them, so she's not bought and paid for. She maintains her integrity and her independence. So you have to remember, no matter how bad it gets, and I was just saying the other day, I don't know if Tori and Tracy are right that things are going to get bad, but they are. I mean, we're going through some difficult times. We're going through some adjustments, and it only makes sense because what you're watching is the death of the cabal. You're watching the death of the cabal. And when a person is out of options and they know that they're about to die, they go crazy. They try everything. It's the last great act of defiance by a crumbling, dying cabal. And that's what we're witnessing. So try to keep that in mind. When you see this stuff happening, even though it breaks your heart, realize, oh, yeah, this is because we're winning. When you see this stuff, when you see the city on fire, you remember, oh, yeah, that's because we're winning. And they're not going to burn the country down. They're not going to take the country down. Like Tracy said, they are literally cornered animals. The people in the deep state on the right, the deep state on the left, they don't even qualify as human anymore. They are animals, and they are cornered, and they are vicious, and they are attacking. And can I just say this? We're made to live in peace that passes all understanding. And if you have a few pieces, you can live in a little bit more peace. That's all I'm saying. So if I really get bad, I go down and look at some of the toys we got, and makes me feel a lot better. And we're going to have a new sponsor coming on, and we're going to be able to get you some great opportunities to get yourself some some Second Amendment supporting implements that can help you establish and defend your divinity, sovereignty, and freedom should the need arise. But more about that very, very soon. So let's go, folks, and let's talk about what we're here to talk about. And this is something that I haven't heard anybody else talk about, but I don't watch a lot of YouTube, so someone else may have, and I'm not saying I'm the only one. But I want to talk about what's come to be known as the anonymous mask. And I want to show you the origins of the anonymous mask. And I want to show you what the anonymous mask really means. And folks, you cannot divorce a symbol from its origins. Whatever a symbol means, it means. It's much like the cross of cross-clinging religion. It is a human torture implement. It is an implement of human sacrifice. It is a bloody, filthy, horrific emblem. And they've been trying for 2,000 years to rebrand it, and they still haven't succeeded. It's still an emblem of torture. It's still an emblem of human sacrifice. And it's still an emblem of blood magic. That's why you shouldn't have any of them. But anyway, let's talk about the anonymous mask, and let's talk about the fact that it is a Jesuit mask. That's right, folks. And I don't know how many other people have done this depth of study, but here we go. Some know what the mask is. Some knows what the mask means. Some understand exactly what they're saying when they wear it, when they display it, when they encourage the wearing of it. Some of them know. But most of the people that you see wearing this mask, I've been instructed to try to not call people stupid. Very, very ignorant. They're ignorant. They're unsophisticated. Most of the people wearing this mask don't know where it came from. They don't know what it symbolizes. They don't know what it means. But they're wearing it because people that do know what it symbolizes, and they're wearing it because people that do know what it means encourage them to do so. So let's go ahead and take a look at the history of this mask. It is a stylized depiction of a fellow named Guy Fawkes. No, the mask didn't start with the V for Vendetta movie. That's about as far as most people's research goes, which is sad. But the anonymous mask, the so-called anonymous mask, is a stylized depiction of Guy Fawkes, the best-known member of the Gunpowder Plot. What was the Gunpowder Plot? It was an attempt to blow up the House of Lords in London on November 5th, 1605. And the thing you have to know about this is it was like it was the opening of Parliament. The king is there. People's families are there. People's children are there. It's like 4th of July, only that's a weird analogy for England, but you know what I mean. It was a big day of joy and celebration. The Parliament's in, and let's all go down and picnic, and let's have a great time and watch the pomp and circumstance. So if this attempt to blow it up would have succeeded, it did not succeed, there would have been thousands of civilians injured, thousands of children, thousands of women. But the people that this mask represents didn't care. And the people that the people that wear the mask now that know what it represents don't care. And the people that wear the mask, because people that do know what it represents tells them to wear it, are representing something that they have no idea of, but you will in just a minute. You will in just a minute. This mask originated with a plot to blow up the House of Lords at the opening of Parliament in November of 1605. And here's something else to remember and to keep in mind. Almost every single person you see wearing this mask is not part of Anonymous. I don't know about Anonymous. Maybe we'll ask Tori about this on Thursday, but I don't know if there was some real true honor at the beginning of it. But most people that you see wearing this mask now have nothing to do with Anonymous. And let's be frank, most of the people that you see wearing this mask never had anything ever to do with Anonymous. Any little twerp can put on a mask and talk about how he was part of Anonymous or she was part of Anonymous. There's no way to prove it. It's anonymous. But it's a great way for an insignificant little scumbag to give themselves perceived credibility that they do not deserve. And I'm sure that the people that really were and are anonymous probably don't take too kindly to that. So people that do that might consider that, but that's not what we're here to talk about, folks. So what was the Gunpowder Plot? The Gunpowder Plot was also called the Gunpowder Treason, and it's also called the Jesuit Plot. Gunpowder Plot, Gunpowder Treason, Jesuit Plot. This is how lazy so-called truthers are today. This is how little research truthers today do. And I have to agree with Mazden. When you have to hide your face, you're a coward. People are so lazy and they do so little research. I'm sure nobody that's listening to me, other people, are so lazy and they do so little research that they don't know that this is the Jesuit plot. Do you know that is the very first sentence? Literally. It's the first sentence on Wikipedia when you put in the Gunpowder Plot. The very first sentence on Wikipedia, which is the very most basic research that you can do, the first sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not even 10 words in. But most people have no idea that this is called the Jesuit Plot. That's how lazy we are. And I'm not talking about the people that don't know. I'm not talking about the people that are, the people that have no idea and no desire to know truth. I'm talking about the people that call themselves truthers, the people that claim to know. Haven't read 10 words into the first sentence, and they're putting this mask on their face. The Jesuit Plot. Wow. This is how lazy most, not you, but most other people are. It just makes me laugh. The Jesuit Plot, which is where you get your Guy Fawkes mask, was a failed assassination attempt to kill King James I. King James I. It was led by a guy named Robert Catesby, who was leading a band of rebellious Catholics to try to kill King James. Now, think for a second, folks. It's 1605. The King James Bible doesn't come out for years. So the mask that you're wearing, some of you, the mask that's worn by people that some of you are following, that mask was worn, or that mask was created to memorialize people that tried to assassinate the king that brought you the holy word of God, King James Version. Thank you. And what's even funnier is some of them got a Bible in one hand with a mask over their stupid faces, claiming to believe in both. It is the theater of the absurd. It's the most ludicrous, stupid thing that you can ever see. Oh, I didn't mean to say the S word. Before you put that mask on your face, before you follow somebody that puts that mask on their face, do you realize that they were trying to kill the guy that brought you the King James Version? If you love the King James Version, if you love the Bible, you should have nothing to do with that mask. You should, if you love the King James Version, if you love the B-BLE, you should have nothing to do with anybody that has anything to do with that mask. Because if the people for whom that mask is inspired had succeeded, you never would have had the King James Bible. Think of the staggering implications of that. And if I talked about the real depth of this, which we can't hear, but which we will on jeffreydaugherty.com very, very soon, this plot was meant to stop the publication of the King James Bible. And you know that I'm no fan of the King James Bible. But the people that wore this mask, and let me say this, the people that knowingly wear this mask still are trying to stop the spread of the message, the real message of the King James Bible. But we could stop right there. If you claim to be a believer in the Bible, if you claim to be a person that places your faith about the Bible, why would you ever put that mask on your face and hold your Bible in the other hand? It's crazy. It's really literally insane. If you love the Bible, you'll have nothing to do with that mask. If you love the Bible, you'll have nothing to do with anybody that has anything to do with that mask, and certainly not people that promote that mask. Oh my. But let's leave that for a minute and go on. Robert Catesby. Elizabeth, it literally is crazy. It's certifiably nutcakes. Robert Catesby was the one who planned the failed Jesuit plot. He planned it. Fox was only part of it. And he was a crypto-Catholic. What's a crypto-Catholic mean? Well, he was what was called a recusant Catholic. They would not swear allegiance to the Church of England. They would not swear allegiance to Protestantism. So a crypto-Catholic is a person that is a Catholic but pretends that they're a Protestant while still working against the Protestants from a Catholic point of view. And this is what they do. And if you notice, he looks a lot like the Guy Fawkes mask. So it's probably really a Robert Catesby mask. We just uncovered a big conspiracy right there. These are not Guy Fawkes masks. These are Robert Catesby masks. Anyway, he married a Protestant woman. If you're a Catholic, you don't marry a Protestant woman. And he only had one surviving child, and that one surviving child was baptized in a Protestant church. If you're a Catholic that is fighting in wars against Protestantism, you don't marry Protestant women. You don't baptize your only children in Protestant churches. But there is a group of people for whom that is standard operating procedure. Do you know what group of people that is? These people join religions in order to infiltrate them. They join religions in order to infiltrate the persons. They join religions in order to cause the people to rebel and revolt. They join protests in order to cause those protests to turn violent. You following me? It's the same people. So he planned it. He was a crypto Catholic. And this is standard operating procedure for a group of people known as the Jesuits. Follow me. Catesby's parents were recusant Catholics, which means they rejected the Protestant church. His father spent years in jail for rejecting the Catholic Church. His father was jailed for harboring the Jesuit Edmond Campion. Folks, you don't have to be smart. You don't even have to be clever. The guy's parents were Jesuits. Catesby was Jesuit. He was embracing Jesuits. It's the Jesuit plot. And what do Jesuits do? What do people that wear that mask that really know what that mask means do? They infiltrate Protestantism. They infiltrate people that have a true heart and desire to seek after divinity. They infiltrate people that have a real mind and desire to make a difference and to be good people and to live in accordance with what they think is right. These people put on a mask to victimize people that are good-hearted and kind-hearted and draw them in. This is what it means in the Bible when it says you make a convert and you make them twofold more a child of hell than you are. The people that wear the mask and know what it means are infiltrators. The people that wear the mask and know what it means are saboteurs. The people that wear the mask and know what it means are spies. They're agents. They're just like the false apostle Paul. And they're there to lead astray good, honest-hearted people who are really lazy and won't study for themselves. They are Jesuits, the same people that are dressed in black and leading these peaceful protests into riots are the same people that wore this mask. And they're the same people that lead good people astray. The Jesuit plot was to blow up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament on 5 November 1605. And it was meant to be create a revolt during which his King James' 9-year-old daughter would be named as the Catholic head of state because she was Catholic. And the people that wear this mask knowingly have no problem killing people. They have no problem slaughtering innocent people. They have no problem slaughtering boys and girls. They have no problem slaughtering women. But you will find most of the people that organize this, they're not on the front lines because they're cowards. They pay people to go instigate. They pay people to go stir up. They're not going to do it themselves. They'll hide behind a microphone on YouTube, but they won't actually get their hands dirty because they're cowards. They're spies, they're provocateurs, they're saboteurs, they're infiltrators. And the people that wear that mask and know what that mask is about are saboteurs, infiltrators, disgusting, filthy people of no integrity trying to lead good people literally to death. Literally to death. The Jesuit plot. Details of the assassination were known, and I would go so far from my studies to say planned, helped planned. Catesby planned it with Father Henry Garnett. Father. A lot of people getting their information from the father. How very Jesuit of you. Do you think that that might be a reason why the Bible says, and the Bible is meant to keep you locked in the fear and guilt control matrix. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it is. But it does contain some diamonds amidst the dung that it is. And one of them is, don't ever, while you're on earth, address any being as Father. Because you're giving away your sovereignty. You're giving away your freedom. And you're allowing yourself and you're programming yourself to accept whatever that entity says without discernment, without investigation. And you'll find yourself wearing a mask that means the exact opposite, and which would have prevented everything that you hold dear from ever coming into being. Call no man Father. And the literal Greek says, while you're on earth, call no entity upon this earth Father. Call no one Father while you're upon this earth, is what it says, literally. He was convicted of treason and executed. And you know what? That put a very, very dramatic halt to the revolution. And folks, I hate to say it, I really do. But we have been kind, we have been caring, we have been patient, we have been virtuous, but sometimes there comes a time in every revolution where the criminals must be convicted of treason and they must be executed. We have reached that moment in the United States of America. When people will try to overthrow a legally, rightfully elected government by means of terrorism, thousands of years old, trying to run the same thing over and over again, there comes time when, just like our forefathers and foremothers in 1776 said, enough is enough, it's time to say enough is enough. It's time for some treason charges. It's time for some treason charges. And it's time for some executions. After due process, after the full power of the law, it's time to start bringing law back. Real law, all the law, not picking and choosing, all the law for all the people. Now's the time. Now's the time. And Sir Edward Coke, who led the prosecution of Gatesby and what was the dude's name? What was that guy's name? Gatesby and Garnett. He said this. Somebody says that's scary. What's scary? Is the rule of law scary? No. What's scary is the rule of the lawless, which is what we're witnessing right now. I never yet knew a treason without a Romish priest. But in this, there are very many Jesuits who are known to have dealt and passed through the whole action. Sir Edward Coke. And today, when you look at these treasons, when you look at these rebellions, they have the same Romish, the same Jesuit core as all these rebellions have had. But there's more that we can't talk about here on this channel, but will at jeffreydaugherty.com. This mask, it's not cute. It doesn't make you a badass when you put it on. It doesn't make you a rebel. It doesn't make you a rebel with a cause. It makes you a rebel without a clue. It makes you a sheep. And those of you that wear it with full knowledge, we know who you are. And we have only begun to expose you. You can wear it as long as you want. We will not stop until every single one of you is exposed to every single person. The mask symbolizes Jesuit subterfuge. The mask symbolizes Jesuit infiltration. The mask symbolizes Jesuit terrorism. It commemorates the event that was meant to kill King James. It commemorates the event that was meant to prevent you from ever getting the King James version of the Holy Bible. Well, Cooper, if you don't trust Wikipedia, why don't you trust something else? The fact is, you don't study anyway. Bring that lame excuse up in here. We'll slap it into the cheap seats. Oh, I don't trust Wikipedia. Well, what do you study? Nothing. It's so basic that even Wikipedia knows it, but you don't know it. Don't give me that crap. This mask commemorates the event meant to kill King James. And if the people that started that mask had their way, you never would have had your Holy Bible. And if the people that wear that mask today with knowledge have their way, you will never have the truth of that Holy Bible at your disposal. Think of that. Why would anyone that loves the Bible wear this mask? They wouldn't. There's only two reasons why people wear this mask. Number one, they are Jesuit infiltrators themselves. Number two, they are just plain ignorant. And they didn't know what the mask meant because they didn't take the time to study it for themselves, and they just took the word of people they trusted. Let that be a lesson to you. And if you don't know, you're ignorant, and you can learn more. And once you learn something, you're not ignorant anymore. So once you learn it, you have a decision to make. I've been wearing this mask. I've been supporting people that wear this mask. I now know that this mask is a Jesuit symbol. I now know that this mask was worn by the people that tried to prevent the King James Version from coming into the world. Once you learn, you're responsible. And if you continue to wear it, and if you continue to support the people that do, you're not ignorant anymore. Ignorant means you didn't know. When you do know and continue to do, there's another word for that. And that great American philosopher, Forrest Gump, told you about that word. It is what it does. And you are defined by what you do. And if you continue to do things that your knowledge shows you make you complicit with things you hate and are against everything you love, then you should listen to that great American prophet, that great American philosopher, because you are as you do, and you are what philosopher Gump said. You are what philosopher Gump said. And he's just trying to help you. And so am I. So am I. So am I, ladies and gentlemen. I really am. I'm doing everything I can to try to help you. I'm doing everything I can to give you the information you need to unindoctrinate yourself. I mean, even the things that we offer here for sale to support our channel, we don't beg you for money, but we do give you opportunity to get good products in your hand at good prices, and we won't apologize for that. But let me continue on with this. There are more deep truths to this. There are more deep truths to this. Yes, all treasons and all rebellions have what appears to be on the surface for people that don't study and for people that don't do their own due diligence, all rebellions and all treasons appear to have what looks like Romish and Jesuit instigators. And yet, if you look deeper into the origins, and if you look deeper into the membership of the Jesuits especially, you find another group skillfully hiding themselves within the Jesuit order. And in reality, it's this group that ultimately instigates and is instigating today. It is this group that ultimately powers, pays for, and promotes, and is today every single revolution, every single riot, every single bit of this foolishness that we see going on here today. And just like then 2,000 years ago, they were trying to prevent the publication of the King James Version, today they're trying to prevent the restoration of the American Republic. It's this group that ultimately instigates and empowers every revolution, and they're trying it again here and now. And under this mask, you find only two types of people. Under this mask, without exception, there's only two kinds of people under this mask without exception. Number one, you have the cunning deceivers, or at least those that fancy themselves as such. You have either the cunning deceivers or the easily deceived. That's all you have under that mask. Cunning deceivers and easily deceived. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, folks. I try to take a pause and let you take this stuff in because it is very, very deep. Anyone in any position of leadership in any organization knows what it represents. They are complicit with its Jesuit origins, with its Jesuit philosophy, and with the Jesuit worldview that it promotes. Anyone in leadership promoting this mask knows the origins, knows the philosophy, knows the worldview, and promotes it. So's the white Pope, Michael. They wanted to prevent the publication of the King James Bible. And being unable to prevent it, they now focus on preventing people from learning the real message of the King James Bible. And the real message of the King James Bible, as ironic as it is, the real message of the King James Bible is the message that we are trumpeting to the world. And we're the only ones doing it. Think of that. On all the YouTube channels and all the places, we're the only ones trumpeting this message, the real message that was meant to be carried on to us from the creation of the King James Bible. A couple hundred years ago, Thomas Jefferson trumpeted it for a while, but he's dead too, Tracy. Hasn't been done since then. Maybe that's why some person who didn't mean to be silly went on Coast to Coast and said that I was a reincarnation of Thomas Jefferson. I don't know about that, but this is a reincarnation of Thomas Jefferson's greatest message. That the Bible is a field of dung with a couple of diamonds spread in it, and the dung is used to lock you into a fear and guilt control matrix, and the diamonds expose the matrix and set you free. And if you've got any humanity in you, once you're set free, you desire to set others free. See, that's the difference between me and the people that oppose me. I'm trying to set people free, and they're trying to keep people locked in a fear and guilt, blood magic, mind control, matrix And some of them are stupid. Some of them are unsophisticated enough to think that we're unsophisticated enough not to notice the things they put on their face and the things they encourage others to put on their face. Folks, in the words of the great American philosopher Mausden, Mausden said, if you got to put something over your face, you're a coward. And you're even a bigger coward when you're deceiving people. Folks, the mask is absolutely, positively a Jesuit symbol. The mask is absolutely, positively representative of those that hate you and want to see you suffer and die horribly again and again and again. And we're trying to bring the message of freedom and liberation to you, but only you can unindoctrinate yourself. Only you can set your spirit free. Only you can set yourself free. I can't do it and wouldn't even if I could, because you got to do it. You got to do it. And wow, this should be fun. Let's go into the chat room and see what you folks have to say. All right. And there's the aforementioned Prophet Brooks, the philosopher Mausden Brooks, greeting us from the San Francisco Bay Area. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that comment. Strange Crow Lady says, my future's so bright, I got to wear shades. Thank you. You're not that strange. I do appreciate you very much. Let's see what else we got here. Paul says, it's an amazing time to be alive. And it really is. It's a super amazing time to be alive. But it's hard to realize that it's an amazing time to be alive when you've got the people that are our enemies having gone cray-cray all around you. But see, that's why, and here's a little message from on high for you. From my higher self through this self to yourself. That's why you get peace that passes all understanding. Because your peace is not dependent upon understanding what's going on in this crazy world. Your peace is not dependent upon understanding what these crazy people are doing. Your peace is not dependent upon understanding anything. Your peace passes all understanding. And when you really get it, and I don't know that I got a lot of things, but I got this. I got this down. I live in perfect peace. Ask Cynthia. I think sometimes she gets a little irritated with me because I live in perfect peace that passes all understanding. I don't know. I don't understand it. There is no understanding crazy. And it drives you crazy trying to understand crazy. That's why you just pass it. I just pass that understanding. Don't need it. Don't want it. Not going to spend any time on it. I live in peace that passes all understanding. That's why I'm as cool as the other side of the pillow. I'm as calm as a duck on water. Now, underneath, there's still a lot of paddling going on because we got a lot of work to do. I'm cool as a cucumber, cousin. Because I got that peace that passes all understanding. I got that down. And all you got to do is move in it. It's already yours. I don't understand. Well, why are you trying? I just don't understand. Well, why are you trying? But I don't understand. Well, why are you trying? I don't say this, Cynthia, because I would get hit in the face. No, I wouldn't. She's not violent, but I'd be eating cold beans out of a can for dinner. No, I wouldn't. She's much better than that. But she wouldn't like it if I said that to her, so I don't. Peace that passes all understanding. Quit trying to understand it and just bypass it. Stay in your peace, cousin. Stay in your peace. Brenda's looking forward to new beginnings. Me too. Skill says, thanks for recommending Young Pharaoh. I like him. I like him. And whenever you see the mainstream media saying destruction in America, and they got this picture up there, and it's from a movie, a Brad Pitt zombie movie, you know They are out. They don't even have any more bullets. They're throwing rocks when they're doing stupid stuff like that. And they're the best gun salesmen on the planet. There's no doubt about it, says Tracy. Let's see. A mask, says Harry, is a persona for an actor. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What else we got? What else we got? When you have to hide your face, you're a coward. We already mentioned that. People are researching. Glad to see it. There's so much to uncover. No doubt about it. How about it? Oh, this is a good one. Harry says, look at the cross plus IHS. And backwards, it spells shit. The cross is the T. And if you go backwards, right? T-I-H-S. What do you got? Shit. Oh, that's powerful. You know what? I see a T-shirt that says S-H-I with a cross. Oh, that's a good one. Wow. Or like a crucifix that says J kebab. Oh, yeah. Let me write that one down, too. I'm going to have people asking for royalties. All right. I like how Jeff goes deeper. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what else we got here. Religion is organized crime. Yes, it is. No doubt about it. Let's see. Disappointing to see. Anyway, we're not going to talk about disappointment here today. King James has pants that make it look like turkey legs. Come on. Don't hate the brother's legs. People have questioned how heavy he was in his loafers, but, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I don't, you know, I'm going to be forced to look at this, but I couldn't give a damn new king. I don't care if there's a new king of England. And it seems really, really fishy to me. Really fishy. I wonder if Tori knows anything about that. Anyway, I got no worries about the king of freaking England. Let's see. What else we got here? What else we got here? What else we got here? Most CEOs are politicians. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Let's see. All the mask wearing today, says Harry, is to desensitize us and make us feel like we are anonymous. Ooh. And isn't it kind of interesting that you had the DOSOM WIST, which everybody had wearing masks, which led to these protests, which everybody wearing masks, so you can't identify them, which is right where Tracy went. Harry the mask were so Antifa could wear the mask without question. Of course. When you're ruled by criminals, then criminality is made legal. Who in their right mind says, we want everybody wearing masks? You know, I haven't been to a bank in years, and I'm not wearing a mask, but I'm going to put on a mask just so I can walk into a bank with a mask and concealed carry. But I can't do that because it's a felony. Just think how stupid that is. We're worried about people causing terrorist acts, so we tell everybody to wear a mask. You know who does that? Here's another download from My Higher Self to Yourself right here live on June the 1st. Folks, now I forgot what it was. Oh, the cabal knows they're dying. We are witnessing the last desperate acts of a dying cabal. They tried to steal the election, failed. They tried to steal the presidency, not once, not twice, but 3 times, failed. And now all they got left is to try to steal it again by causing as much crime and terrorism and unrest in the country as they possibly can, so that the one guy fighting it will take the blame. So what do? You get everybody wearing a mask. Think about this. It's brilliant. Everybody wears a mask. And if you got a mask on, you're a lot more emboldened to throw a rock through somebody's window, especially when these bricks start magically appearing. And all the places where there's going to be protests, the bricks, they're magic bricks. So you get dumb people that don't, and remember, they've been locked up in their house for 3 months. They got no jobs. They're out of money. They're pissed off. And somebody in black pajamas convinces them to go downtown, and some idiot on the news promotes. Why is the news media promoting, oh, there's this city, that city, over here, over there. This is where all the protests are. Why would they do that? Because they're complicit. So let's tell them where to protest. Let's give them bricks. And you know what? Hey, John, what if we made everybody wear a mask? Oh, we can't get away with that. Well, yes, we can. We can try. We control the media. Oh, you're crazy, Jane. No way could we get them to let everybody wear a mask. Sure enough, son of a bitch, here we are. Fake protest, wearing mask, throwing bricks provided by the same people that start the protest over an event that most likely was a manufactured event. And then you've got these idiots, a lot of them who wear the mask, saying, this is really America. This is what's going on. No, it's not. This is manufactured bullshit. Real America are those gentlemen in Minneapolis protecting that police officer that got separated. And I've seen more of those since. So those are the true heroes, and that's the real America. Don't believe the lies. Dustin loves these type of shows. Thank you, Dustin. Oh, boy. Treason charges are long overdue, says Susan. I agree. I agree. A lot of people being taken out, which is great. I'm glad. They must have been promoting some scumbaggery. Let's see. A lot of Christians won't even read the Bible. Of course they won't. They're too busy watching who's going to get voted off the island. They're too busy worrying about Kim Kardashian's ass. This is great stuff. This is great stuff. Let's see. Created Jesuits to infiltrate. That's why the Jesuits were created, to infiltrate. And can I give you a little clue? That's why the Protestant Reformation was a Jesuit psyop. And I've proven that to you a little bit by showing you that John Calvin was really Johann Cohen, and we just got started with that. This show will go down in history. Thank you, Jeff. I agree, Nancy, it will. It will. Let's see. Let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, wow. There's a whole nother page. Wow. A whole nother page. Whole nother page. Let's see. And we got our resident trolls. It's nice to see the trolls because it knows that we're doing something. Moss and Brooks, great words. We get to participate in the demise of the cabal. We get to oversee the demise of the cabal. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Tracy laughs at a lot of what's going on. It's comical how the narratives are falling apart. It really is comical to see what these people are trying to do, but it's even more comical to realize that most of the people don't see what they're trying to do. But that's okay, cousins, because in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And we're badasses. We're divine, we're sovereign, we're free, and we're in a world filled with mental midgets. We're divine, we're sovereign, we're free, and we're in a world filled with spiritual infants. We're divine, we're sovereign, we're free, and we're in a world filled with idiots that wear masks and know why, and people that are so ignorant until now that they wear them and pat themselves on the back for doing something right. On one hand, it's sad, but on the other hand, we got this. We're the ones that are going to be leading this show because ain't nobody else can do it. Why do you think I tell you you're winners? Why do you think I tell you we're the last generation real humans? The rest of these people aren't real. Get ready. The responsibility is going to come on us to lead. Are you ready to lead? Learn to win so you can be ready to lead. Cynthia wants to know if she's today's object lesson. Every day, sweetheart, it's all about you. It's all about you. Here's some more about the new king. You can't prove the new king's real. When he shows up at Buckingham, then I'll listen. Although there is some weird stuff going on at that palace, I'll give you that. I don't even talk about the king anymore. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. Mazen, I love you. Mazen says, on a side note, I have never seen so many white people in Oakland before. We know they aren't residents. That's funny, but it's sad. They're importing people into Oakland to start trouble. That shows, number one, they're not that smart, because if you want to import people into Oakland and do it on the DL, then you import some black folks into Oakland or some Hispanic folks into Oakland. So Mazen will look around and say, damn, there are a lot of white boys in Oakland today. Something's wrong. But they don't care because they know that ain't nobody smarter than smart as Mazen to look around and say, damn, I see white people everywhere. Something ain't right. Oh, man, Mazen, that's brilliant. And it shows again. You got the governor of Minnesota. Every damn person they arrested was from out of town. And he said 80% of them protesters are from out of town. Tracy showed us they had 3,000 protesters getting paid heading to Chicago. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. Wow. Oh, isn't that interesting? Tracy Dyer, who's a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but this is interesting. Barry Soetoro, a.k.a. Barack Hussein Obama, tweeted just the other day, we should take concrete action. And there's concrete bricks being provided for your action-taking pleasure. You got to learn to see these things. He didn't say that. What the hell does Barack Hussein Obama know about concrete? He ain't never lifted a brick in his damn life. He don't know nothing about concrete. Wow. We see a lot of masks because they're all actors. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is kind of funny, but if it was somebody got upset because the horse got hit with a brick. Now, I understand. I like horses too. But damn, people getting hit by bricks doesn't bother you, but the horse getting hit by a brick does. I get it. I understand. But wow, that's cold. That's where we get sometimes. So that's where we get. That's where we get Karen. I was done after the horse got hit. Karen, it didn't bother you the people was getting hit? Well, I don't know if anybody got hit with a brick, but they end up in the windows. These are not protests anymore. They're not. It's looting. It's looting. That's all it is. It's looting. Let's see. Young punks looting. And not all of them are young. They're just punks looting. Fritz Mods, who I hope is black, says black people are woke to this Antifa nonsense. I saw them throw some Antifa out of the area last night. One got jumped for starting a fire. Did you see that dumb bitch? And he did happen to be black. He was throwing a Molotov cocktail into some room. And this is what you call instant karma. He takes a Molotov cocktail. I told you these people that believe the people that are wearing masks are not very smart. Do you know what a Molotov cocktail is? It's some flammable shit in a jar. Let's pretend that this wasn't delicious hot tea. Let's pretend this was some flammable shit. And let's pretend it wasn't a blue glass, but it's a jar. So you get some flammable shit in a jar, and the jar's got a hole in it, and you stick a rag into the flammable shit. Right? You light that bitch and you throw it. This rocket scientist lights this shit, takes it back like it's a football, shit dumps all over his back, and he's on fire. Like Richard Pryor running down the street. On fire. Luckily, some of his boys were there to put him out. Personally, I'd have watched him burn. That's purifying the gene pool. I shouldn't have said that. It was insensitive, but it's a joke. Ay, ay, ay. Do you think that was a professional thug or not? Nope. He was just some dummy that got conned into going down there by another dummy wearing pajamas. Black ones. He might have been getting paid $1,000. I hope that covers his medical bills. Ay, ay, ay. That was, and I'll admit, I laughed. I had a good laugh when I watched that. TT says, I don't belong here. I think she meant here in general, not here on this podcast. I hope not. I hope not. Let's see. This is Podcast Excellence. Thank you very much. You know it's bad when it even reaches Iowa. But, man, those police in Iowa, they were not playing. As soon as they got that stuff started, they tear gassed them. They charged them. Des Moines wasn't playing. Des Moines must be MAGA country because they were kicking ass and taking names. That's exactly what they should do. You can protest all day long. Chant, wave your signs. Chant and wave your signs and make yourself feel important all day long. But the minute you start throwing shit or lighting shit, here we come. Salute to the Des Moines Police Department. They were ready. They were ready. Walmart isn't high-end, according to Marsden Brooks. Well, okay. I guess it's not. I guess it's not high-end. Let's see. But Cynthia's point was here in the Kansas City area, they didn't start their protest / riot down in the ghetto. And we got some ghetto in Kansas City, trust me. If they'd have gone to Kansas City, Kansas, you could go to Kansas City, Kansas. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. You could go to Kansas City, Kansas, have a firebomb riot and do $5 million worth of improvements. They didn't go to Kansas City, Kansas. They didn't go to Raytown, which is kind of ghetto. If you live there, I'm sorry. But you know I'm right. They didn't go out to Independence. No. They went down to the plaza where Neiman Marcus is and where Chanel is and where Versace is. They went down there where the Cheesecake Factory is low rent. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Huh. That's really, really interesting. I'm sure it's just a strange coincidence. Just a strange coincidence. Ah, boy. Do you think we'll get martial law? We might need a little martial law. We might need a little martial law for a minute to get all these people. And Fritz Mod says, I watched 4 white kids. Where'd it go? I watched 4 white kids burn building after building on a live stream Friday night. Well, guess what? Did you think that stupidity was restricted to the black race? No, it ain't. Fritz Mods, ain't you never heard of white trash, brother? Do you not know the term white trash? Look, it ain't a matter of race. It's a matter of class. You got a lot of white trash doing the same thing that a lot of the black equivalent does. We're not going to discuss that, but there's plenty of black people that are stupid, and there's plenty of white people that are stupid. Just the reality of life. Well, Des Moines at least acted right last night for a minute, Tracy. She says it's not MAGA. Oh, well. Did Trump carry Iowa in 2016? Did Trump carry Iowa Iowa in 2016. Trump won the election in Iowa, 51.2% of the vote. I don't want to disagree with Tracy, but if Trump won Iowa and Des Moines won the biggest cities, I got to say it's Trump country, even though I'm probably wrong. But you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to prove myself right. If it was a debate, Tracy, I might be able to take you on this one. Even though I'm sure Des Moines itself, as the big liberal city in Iowa, is not really MAGA country. But anyway. Let's see. What else we got? Abilene is in the house. All right, Abilene. Let's see. Walmart appears to be Target in the East Bay area. That's funny. Targets. Downtown Miami was closed down really quickly, I bet. The Davenport, Iowa police, according to True Seeker, we're doing a fantastic job. Let's see. And I don't, anyway, I'm not going to go there because it's been said before anyway. Tracy's still debating me. That's okay. At least somebody will debate me. Why did they attack CNN? Well, let me explain this to you, 2000 Year of the Dragons. And I'm glad you asked that question. Did you notice that on CNN, it was the black reporter that got arrested and not the white reporter? It was called a show arrest. It was for show. Harry said it much more eloquently than I did. Stupidity does not racially discriminate. That is for sure. Floyd was killed by the NWO, says I love my boyfriend. I hope that's a girl's picture. I know I shouldn't say that, but I hope that's a girl. It's sad that the one person who aligns most with you is the one who will debate you. Yeah, isn't that sad? Well, Cynthia probably aligns more with me, but Cynthia is not the focus of the show today, Jeff, okay? I'm a girl, says I love my boyfriend. Thankfully, I'm glad. These things are so little, I can't see. I can't see it, but I bet that's a picture of you standing next to your boyfriend, and all I see is the boyfriend in the picture. So anyway. Well, we are at the end of the chat. This was a good time. This was a good time. I want to know how before the protest started they had shirts. I'm not sure what that means. I didn't see that part. But if you want to get shirts and you want to get a shirt of some people, let's see if I can show you this. Where they are like, it's like the moon only. Geez, I got a lot of cords here. It's like the moon landing, only he's doing it in front of a screen. It's really cool. You know what to do. You know where to go. All right. Karen, I wonder how long that would take. Karen says, of course, I don't want people to get bricked. And you know what? It's so bad. And I'll close with this. You know what? It is so bad that we're at the place where we really actually have to say, show me the body. Where is George Floyd's body? Was that his name? I hope I didn't mispronounce the poor man's name. Was that his body, and is he dead? It's that bad, and it's not from us; it's from them. Because you got the ambulance rolling up, and Tori brought this to me first. You got an ambulance rolling up. Ain't no paramedics get out of that ambulance. Cops did. They didn't even check his pulse, and they threw him on that gurney like he was a sack of taters. Man, I got to tell you, all the protesters had I can't breathe shirts on. Holy crap. Cops don't ride in ambulances, and they certainly don't get out with no damn paramedics and throw a dead guy in the back of a truck. It's just weird. That's all I'm saying. It's a teeny tiny picture. I love my boyfriend. I can't see. I just wonder. They knew each other. They're porn actors. Now it looks like he got killed in Paris too. I don't know how many people. I heard he had a twin brother, but how many damn twin brothers he got? Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. But anyway, folks, the one thing we know for sure is that the cabal is scared. And the other thing we know for sure is we're winning. We're the last generation of real humans. And guess what? That means we're going to win. So we better get ready to lead. There's a new catchphrase. We will be the winners. We've got to be prepared to be the leaders. Yeah, because we know all EMTs wear body armor. Not. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. And this is maybe the last real truth channel there is. I don't know, but it might be. One thing is beyond debate. This is the most educated chat room on YouTube. I appreciate you so much. I love my boyfriend. Fake humans on Earth too. Yeah, there are. And you got it, girl. I salute you for being here, seeking after truth. For Tracy Dyer and the other great moderators, we thank you very much. For the lovely Cynthia, I just remind you one more time, keep asking questions and keep questioning answers. We're the last generation of real humans. We're going to be the winners. Let's unindoctrinate ourselves so we're ready to be the leaders.